I know. What's the deal, man? What's the deal? Let me get the chat on. Let me see. What's up? How everybody doing tonight? You know what I'm saying? What's good, man? What's good? I'm in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in it. Like when you went on Fridays, you just feel good. You just feel good. You got the weekend. You know, so first time I've gotten on a webinar. Okay, this won't be your last time. But let me turn my phone off because people just DMs is just bro. But y'all already know the first question I always gotta ask: how was y'all week? How was y'all week, bro? Who made money? Who lost money this week? This is a good week. Like besides GJ, like we're gonna break down GJ. Like I got a few questions that I want to break down, but GJ, like it was a lot of setups on GJ, but the re-entries was like why, bro? Like why? Just act right. Let me see. 12% gain this week. This month need to end. Oh, bro, having a tough month. Up 2%. Okay. Made 2%, 3 or 4 trades. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Nas was the move today. This is a move. So yeah, man. As always, this is just another Q&A. If you're brand new, like the information is in the webinars. If you've got questions, just ask your question after I get done with the 3 questions that I got. And then we're just gonna go from there, bro. The information is the same. You know what I'm saying? I always say this because there's not new material. We trade the same every single week. We make money, we learn, and we grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to just keep like coming out of nowhere with like newly material when we're making money. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if you're new, just catch up on the webinars. And if you're still confused, show up to the webinars and you get your questions answered. Now let's get to the 3 questions that I got earlier this week, and I got like two of them today. So I guess we could just knock this one out right now. This guy asks, how do you manage emotion? He's not taking more than 0.5% of the week, and on Monday, I need a psychological tips on holding trades. Okay, so he just need like psychological tips on holding trades and trusting your analysis. Me personally, bro, like you just gotta believe in a strategy. That's why you gotta forward test the strategy that we use. If you're not catching setups live, you're not going to believe in yourself. And without taking my signals, don't take the signals. If you really feel like, dog, I'm really relying on Doyle trades, okay, stop taking them. You feel me? Just stop taking them. Trust in your analysis. You don't have to take my trades, bro. So if you're having a hard time trusting your own analysis or hold your trades, you need to go back on demo. You need to stop taking challenges, stop wasting your money on challenges. Stop trying to fund your account. Go on demo, catch some setups live so you can build some confidence, bro. So at the end of the day, it's your trading account, not mine. Like my trading account, good. You got to worry about your trading account. So if you don't trust your own analysis, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're trying to be independent here, bro. We're not trying to wait on Doyle for a signal. Like that's not it. So yeah, bro, you need a forward test and you need to go on demo, bro. Stop wasting your money on challenges if you keep failing it. I wouldn't even recommend that, or at least get like a small live account, at least that. Could you go over the GU sales on January 20th? Okay, I don't even think I touched GU this week. GU just been terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know. Yeah, I definitely didn't look at GU this week. What's this? GU sales. It's again for the save. Oh, I mean, what? GU sales. This is the 20th. What sales, bro? What? Oh, this morning. Okay. So this morning, some of y'all took this. Okay, I'm tripping. I had to really think about it. So some of y'all took this trade this morning on GU. I mean, it was okay, but we still going towards the 200, and I still didn't like structure. Like, and people was taking this trade right here, which didn't make no sense at all. I'm not gonna lie, bro. People got to understand market structure. Like that's like a big deal. Like if you don't understand market structure, you're just gonna be placing supply and demand zones on everything and then hoping for the best. Like this didn't make sense at all. I'm like, bro, we just came off of a demand zone with no breaker structure. This is the lowest point in this demand right here. And why would I take a supply right here? Just because the 200 EMA is above don't mean that's still a good setup. The structure didn't make sense. So I'm looking at this like, bro, I literally said, don't take, I wouldn't take it. I was never going to take this setup this morning. I'm like, it just makes no sense. So like at the end of the day, bro, market structure is key, man. Like you got to understand structure. If you don't, you're just going to be placing supply and demand setups on everything and thinking this is going to work out. No, it's not going to always work out. So this trade right here, just the structure was terrible. Like it just didn't look good. Like, so as far as somebody that was wanting to take this GU setup this morning, no, the structure was terrible. Next question. Can you show an example of your trade ideas with the re-entry? So if you need to re-enter and why? Okay, let's talk about it because GJ did that shit twice. GJ did that shit twice. So let's just go to let's go to yesterday. Let's go to the trade from Thursday. Okay, so obviously the first break of the candle. Let me just take this off. Just too much. Don't take the EMAs off. Just too much going on. So let's just walk through the trade because people still be confused on where to get in at. It's the same thing. Okay, so how I draw my demand zones, let me do a replay mode so everybody can understand why I sent this trade, etc. So this trade right here, the market structure wasn't the best, period. This market structure was not the best. Okay, we broke a high, but we didn't break a major high. This is a minor high, okay? So let me just mark this up. This is the major high. This is the minor high. Yes, this is breaking a structure, but this is still the highest point in that swing. It didn't break it, but it broke these highs, okay? I still liked it, okay? This also grabbed liquidity when they took off. You got to understand that this candle right here, this candle was a big deal because they dropped lower than the previous low and then shot up, then left the gap. Okay, so I'm like, okay, so it's still liquidity sitting up under here, but they took it out when they broke structure. You got to understand what's going on when they break structure. This is a 3-step confluence setup. It is. It is. Just off of this candle right there. So since I saw that they dipped lower than there, I'm like, okay, I like this. Let me send this to everybody. And then when they came back into the zone, they did some BS, gave us a candle break, and then came back down. So this would have been your first entry right there. Literally. That would have been your first entry. And it never hit 1-to-1. So it was obviously a loser. But this is the thing, because some people are still brand new to how we trade. If it don't tap the bottom of the demand zone, the zone is still valid to take the next break. So when they held on that zone, it never touched the bottom of that zone. Let me make sure this is correctly drawn. Okay, so I have my zone just like that. If you lose, but the zone still hold, you can take the next break. I'll talk about that like earlier on, like last year, I'll probably say like March or February, something like that of last year. I'll talk about re-entries. So they never broke the zone. So that was your entry right there to get in. You could have got in right there. This would have been your next entry. Stop loss is still the same. That's the deepest point in the demand. It's still the same rules. It just they lost on the first trade. You could have got back in and make your money back, and then you could have left the runner. But I know people was like, I lost money, fuck it, and then it ended up being a winner. That's going to happen, bro. Like we have no control over that. Like how do we know that a trade is going to lose and win? We literally don't know. I wish I knew. Like if I knew a trade was going to lose and win, bro, I would just not take it. But right here, that was your second trigger to get in. Pretty sure everybody just did take it. They were just fed up with GJ and then just close the charts. But it ended up giving everybody their money back. But like I said, man, like you can't give up on setups. Like just because the first setup failed don't mean it's going to fail again. Like you just can't be afraid to hop and stuff twice. And me personally, I do re-entries too. Like just the setups that I've taken so far haven't been doing re-entries. But I promise you, this year is going to be a trade where I lose. The zone is going to hold, and then I'm going to have to take the next counter break and win and make my money back. That's going to happen. I'm trying to tell you right now. But yeah, that's kind of like the steps, man. Let's go to, because GJ did that shit twice. I think it was on Martin Luther King Day on Monday. It did the same thing. Okay, before I get on that, GJ threw a nice setup on Wednesday. I don't know if y'all caught it, but this was a good trade on Wednesday though. This was okay. Like you could have caught this little scalp and then just got out. But I mean, we still following our rules. But I'm just saying, GJ threw a lot of setups this week. It really did. But let me go on Monday. Where is this at? Right here. So this trade right here, let's go to EMAs. This trade right here, I already didn't like because for one, it was Martin Luther King Day. That's obviously a holiday, national holiday. And then for two, the zone was extremely large. Okay. The zone was extremely large on Monday with this trade right here. So when it first tapped the zone, Did we have, let me go. Let me see. Did we have news on Monday? Okay, yeah, it was pound news at 10. It was pound news at 10. So, let me go back to it. Okay, so what is this? 10 o'clock. Right here. So right here, that was news right there, but it didn't even do anything. But right here, I honestly didn't like the zone because the zone was extremely large. Like it was just too large, and it gave us a counter break, loss. So just like I did the illustration right there. Let me mark this up right here. The first setup, loss. Now the setup, the zone is already huge, so that's like red flag number one. But we still following our rules. If the zone hold, we take the next break. So this trade loss, and then you could have made your money back all the way up here, and you put your stop loss above the highest point in the supply, and you could have made your money back. But again, they just give up on trades. Like I never took this trade because it was obviously a bank holiday. I'm like, I'm good, but I still saw the setup, so I sent it anyway. But if you lose the first trade and the zone hold, do not be afraid to hop back in. It's going to happen again, I promise you. Like before this year's over, it's going to happen again where it's up, lose, and win. So I hope this makes sense, man. Like when you take the supply and demand setup, just pay attention to if the zone hold. If the top of the supply zone get tapped into, we delete the zone. That's it. Like we don't look at the zone. I've been seeing people taking setups where price will literally blast through it and people taking sales after that. I'm like, bro, that's not what I'm teaching. That's not my stuff. So if you're doing that, that's on you. But what I'm saying is if the top of the zone get blasted through, I'm deleting the zone, looking at something else. I'm just saying, bro. I'll be seeing people in the chat taking trades that's invalid. I'll be like, bro, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, let me go to the next question. I'm gonna answer the questions, though. I'm just asking the people that DM me in the Discord as far as the questions. Can you break down the Nash trade today? I mean, okay, I'm gonna break down Nash trade, and then we just Q&A. People want to speak. I'm gonna just answer it, whatever people got. So the Nash trade today, man, this shit was just clean, bro. This is just textbook. We're going away from the 200. People ask me, why did I get in aggressive? Okay, just like the video that I made on YouTube that was for free, literally. No candles closed in the zone. That's the sauce right there. No candles closed in the zone. They start leaving the zone. I'm getting in. So I never got in right here on the break. I got in a little bit before the break because I'm paying attention that we bounced off the 200 for one, and then for two, bro. It never closed into the zone. We got to break a structure. This is the high that it broke. We're following our rules. We're literally following our rules. Now, this is not a liquidity grab set up as far as the 3-step confluence. It really didn't grab no liquidity like that. So I didn't like it. But other than that, like it followed our rules. This is still the same setups that we always take. Yeah, bro, it really was nothing to it, man. I didn't have no FOMO that it shot up after that. I didn't care because this was the New York Stock Exchange open anyway. So I wasn't really tripping about it anyway. We made our money get out, and it went for at least a 1 to 2. You could at least held it for a 1 and 2 and then got out. If you would have held at the open, you would have lost. Period. But yeah, man, that's about it, bro. Like I don't get a lot of questions. It's the same stuff every single week, bro. It's just this shit is like repetitive, So hopefully y'all got some questions. I'm taking all questions right now, bro. Whatever y'all got. If people want to speak, make sure you use the little button so I can see if you want to talk. And that's about it. Can you go over the Nash demand today that was right above it? Right here. Let me take this off. Hit the replay mode. I mean, when I send out the trade, I had them both marked up. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about this one right here. Is this recording? Hold on. Okay. I was gonna be mad if it wasn't recording. Okay, so yeah. So what about it? What about it? It never. There was no rejection. No candles broke. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not really that really deep. Nothing deep about it. That was the highest demand. We had hella gaps below. We don't know which one is going to hold. I want people to understand that we don't know which one is going to hold. I don't. I saw it. That's why I had 2 zones marked up when I sent it to everybody. And I'm like, okay, we're waiting on whichever one hold. When it first came down to the zone, the very next candle, what did the next candle do? It just kept going. No candle left the zone. So why would I get in aggressive? That literally makes no sense. Okay. I deleted the zone, sent the update, like, okay, let's wait and see what happens on this trade right here. What do we get? We get a tap, no candles closed, and they immediately left the zone. I'm getting in. Like, I'm just getting in, like, you know what I'm saying? And we got a candle break, so that just worked out. But when people that just be constantly getting in aggressive all the time with no rejection, no nothing, just I want to get the sniper entry. Okay. I'm gonna let you get the sniper entry and lose, bro. Like, I already know how it's gonna go. Aggressive entries is not recommended all the time. That's why I only do it mainly when no candles close in my zone. I don't really like to get in if no candles is closing them. I mean, if candles are closing in my zone, I don't like to get in aggressive, like, period. Yeah. What did you find was the best practice to improve your patience? Only take the best setups. I don't only take the best setups. I don't. I mean, I just take them as they come. Sometimes I take the trash setup. Sometimes the group take a better setup than me. I don't know which one is going to be the best setup. How do I know that? I don't know that. I just trade what I see. I trade what's coming to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's the best setup. We only know afterwards. We don't know before. Nobody knows. Do you use SMA or EMA? I use the 13 EMA. I use the 50 SMA and the 200 EMA. How you picking the best setups from the weak ones? What are your strongest confluence? Bro, please, man. They're like, dog, like, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, it's the same step every single time. Like, please, bro, like, break a structure, go away from the 200, okay? Take partials at 1-1 or close majority at 1-1. We're taking the same setups with the gap. It's like, it's the same stuff, bro. It's literally the same stuff. Would you recommend a simulator over back testing? I recommend both. But you don't really need a simulator. Like, the simulator that I recommend is everybody in the Discord. Like, you don't have to use Forex Thrive if you don't want to use it. You could still just, if you're paying for TradingView, you still got to pay for TradingView. If you want the replay mode, just hit a random pair, hit the replay mode, and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just fast forward and see if you can catch a setup live without knowing the outcome. Because at the end of the day, like, back testing, we know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen if we forward testing. Can you go over the trade on AU around 1045? AU on 1045. Let me see. Right here. There is no trade. I mean, unless you're talking about breaking retest. If you're talking about breaking retest, then yeah. But demand, supply and demand, no. If you're talking about this, I see that it bounced off of these wicks right there, but that's still invalid because no, there's no setup. There's no setup, bro. AU, yeah, there's no setup, bro. How do you know when to use the bottom or top of the zone as your stop loss versus the candle low? No. So I put my stop loss underneath the zone if I get in aggressive. Okay, that's the rules. If you get in aggressive, or if you get in aggressive or you take a low probability setup, you got to put your stop loss underneath the demand zone or above the supply zone. When we take the candle breaks, you put it above candles and below candles. That's it. That's literally it. Remember, buys is all the probability market random, just Doyle's edge. Why does Java always get clapped in the markets? Who is that? I don't know who that is, bro. But I don't know. You're gonna have to ask him. I don't know. Can you make more videos on higher time frame confluences, bro? Okay. What higher time frame confluences? What exactly? What exactly? Bro, I'm about to start unmuting. I ain't gonna lie, man. I need to hear this. Okay, who trying to ask a question? I'm not about to be in the chat. Can somebody ask her a question? I'm about to start muting. Okay, there you go, bro. Somebody ready to just ask their question, bro. This is just
what's good, doing?
What's good, bro?
Hey, you see right next to that blue, I don't know if that's your SMA or EMA, like that red candle right to your left of your mouse.
Mm-hmm.
The one right after the green push, like that huge green candle.
This one?
No, the one before. You see that red candle? That red one right there, the one you're on. Yeah, that's not valid?
No, bro, it's not valid, bro.
How come? Like, why would you not mark that up?
I mean, how did you mark it up? As a low probability setup? What setup are we talking about?
Yeah, that one right there. If you mark that red candle, what makes that a low probability? If is it because of the next candle, that little green one?
Yeah. So this candle, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in. So
that makes sense, yeah, because I was questioning.
Yeah, because some people still kind of like having a hard time understanding gaps. Like, you don't want your the very next candle to break out of the zone and then close back into the zone. Imagine if this
For sure.
candle wasn't here. We want this green candle to just blast out of our demand zone, leaving a gap. So the gap would have been from right here to right there. Let me take these EMAs off. From right there to right there. If this middle candle right there wasn't there, that'd be the gap. But they didn't.
That makes sense.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm on the same page. I was just making sure like I knew what I was looking at. So yeah, that makes sense for sure.
Okay.
You good? Right. Appreciate it.
Yep. Yeah. Far as so the higher time frame confluence, man, like every single day, you're not going to get higher time frame confluence. You got to understand that. Every single trade I took this week, no 1 hour confluence, no 15-minute confluence, nothing, literally nothing, because every single day is not going to be a 1 hour lined up with our 5-minute setup. Or, you may have like paying attention to structure far as like the 1 hour, but like having a higher time frame supply and demand line up with our 5-minute, that is not going to happen all the time. It's really not. I was going to say if the 1 hour, okay, I'm about to just let him on mute. Yeah, bro. If you want your questions answered, bro, you might have to just unmute today. People gonna start talking. Hello.
Yeah. With your higher time frame analysis with the 1 hour.
Okay.
My question is, like, I find it hard finding the directions. Like, I understand market structure and everything, but you might be on the 1 hour and it might just be pulling back. Like, are you still only trading in the overall direction of the 1 hour? Will you only pull the trigger on, say it's bullish? Okay. You only look for demands? Okay, so say if the 1 hour is on the uptrend, okay? The 1 hour is on the uptrend, we're breaking higher highs, making higher lows, higher highs, okay? Then a 5-minute break structure to the downside. You can still take that. You can still take it. You can still take that. However, you do not want to hold that because we understand that the overall higher time frame is bullish. So just because the 5-minute is not making sense with the 1 hour doesn't mean you just can't take that. But I understand what you're saying. You're trying to get the move, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'll see like the 1 hour pullback, or say we have like we have gaps or fair value gaps, whatever you call them, and like usually it'll pull back, or it'll pull back to say like the 50% mark. It's like I'm getting a bit muddled up between like if I believe it's going to pull back, say on the 1 hour, should I be trading in that direction, or do you know what I mean? Like I'm getting a bit lost in watching the 1 hour, and if the 1 hour is like on just a pullback, are we bearish or are we bullish type thing? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, I feel you though. Like you don't want to over complicate far as like having a bias. Like I feel like having a bias far as like, okay, I know for a fact the 1 hour is bullish. I'm only going to take buys. But it's just like, what if a buy setup doesn't occur? What if they don't do a bullish liquidity grab, or they don't do a bullish breaker structure? It's just like, okay, what is being presented to me on my entry time frame? And if everything lines up, just take it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really overcomplicate direction when it comes to taking my 5-minute setups. I see a breaker structure on a 5-minute. I'm looking to see if they took out liquidity. Where's all the gaps at? And I'm just going to take it with confidence, even if the 1 hour is just not making any sense at all. I'm still paying attention to structure on my entry time frame. You know, so I really don't try to overcomplicate the direction. And I'm content with just catching smaller moves and trying to catch the big move that's going to happen, intraday move. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to catch the entire like 100 pip move, because that's just not realistic. I know for a fact like it's hard to catch that consistently. That's why a lot of traders fail, because they try to go for longer RRs when you could have just took this 1 and 2, 1 and 3 right here instead of trying to catch this 1 to 10. You know, it's just unrealistic. You just can't catch that consistently, but you can catch 1 and 1s consistently. So I recommend, bro, like don't overcomplicate direction.
Yeah, I think a bit too far into it, I think. But
bro. Don't.
So but on the 1 hour, you'll give respect to the supply and demand. Say we're heading for a supply on the 1 hour. But on the 5, we've been taking demands on the 5-minute, and we're coming to a supply on the 1 hour. You'll respect that 1 hour. You'll just wait and sort of see what happens. Absolutely. So if if we take it to 5-minute demand, but they already tapped the 1 hour supply, I'm not taking the 5-minute demand. I'm not taking. You'll wait to see the supply. But I would take a 5-minute demand up into that 1 hour supply though. Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I would
Right
take that
until
5
it,
minute
yeah.
demand just to tap into that 1 hour supply. And then I'm closing everything. It's no runner, no anything. I'm closing because we obviously know it could be a reversal. But other
Yeah,
than that, that's the only time I would like go
you're
against
gonna
the
be
1 hour
out.
is
You're
if
gonna, you're
I'm,
gonna be out if you trade before you hit that
yes, sir.
supply on the one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
that's making sense. Cheers.
All right. Appreciate it. All right. Let's, who else? Jamari, you up, bro? You're up. Yo,
All right, yo, guess what?
what's going on, bro?
All right, so in that Nas trade, right? So say if that
Today?
first zone did respect it, right? You can hear me?
You talking about from today?
Yeah, from today.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, enjoy
You breaking up, bro.
that first zone did get respected, right? And you know they had it. All right, what about now?
Yeah, a little bit. But you said did the first zone get respected? Yeah, you breaking up bad, bro. You might have to type your question in, bro.
Okay, can you hear me?
Right now I can, yeah.
All right, so like I was trying to say, save that first zone with that Nas trade did get respected, right? And you know it had a demand under it. So if you didn't get in aggressive, would you only take a 1-for-1 or would you go hold a runner also?
Well, when I get in aggressive, I try to go for 1 or 2. It's not promised I'm gonna get a 1 or 2, but I'm definitely trying to get a 1 or 2 when I get in aggressive. So I would have just held, but it probably would have been a loser though, because it just you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cause that's what I did. I just got out. I just took a 1-for-1. Just that's it.
Oh, okay. I feel like getting aggressive, you should see when the candles are going away from the zone. Like you should just be eyeing the setup as it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just hitting buy, like right there at the top of the demand zone. Like, nah, bro. Yeah, I wait until they leave a little bit to like, just like today, like the zone that we took. Like you see that little candle wick right there. Once they start leaving, I'm like, okay, they could be potentially taking off without us. Let me just hop in. So yeah.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right. So all right. I guess I'll go back into the chat, bro. Could you quickly say the EMAs again? Okay, he just said that. Bro, psychology on holding position. Okay. Do you determine a reentry after a loss? If it hasn't been an original zone, take GJ from Thursday. Do you determine a reentry after a loss? Oh, how do you determine a reentry? What do you mean? What do you mean? How do I determine a reentry? Once they give me another candle break, that's the reentry. You know what I'm saying? It's not really rocket science. I ain't gonna lie. Like once the zone hold and they give me another candle break, that's just the entry to get back in. If the zone get broken, I'm deleting the zone. We're looking for another setup. It's not really anything to determine. They determine by holding the zone. That's it. Can you give an example of when price consolidates in a zone, when to get out before it? I mean, I can't really say when to get out. Like that's what people got to understand. Like when it comes to, because a lot of people keep asking me about, bro, cutting losses. I'm like, bro, I don't even recommend people to start cutting losses if you haven't had experience with it. Like that's why I don't even be saying nothing about it anymore, because people they're cutting winners. We don't want to do that. Like, so if your trade is consolidating, it's up to you to make a decision whether you want to hold it or you want to close it. Because if you're not good at cutting losses, you're gonna be cutting wins, and we don't want that. We really don't want that. This trade right here that happened on SPX, a few people caught it. A lot of people didn't catch it. I don't know if anybody caught it or not, but it was there. Right here. This happened on Thursday. This trade right here. Hold on. Oh, no, I think it's right there. My fault. This trade right here. People took this. It's on Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. And entry is right there. Stop loss is actually not big because SPX is like a slow indice. But you see like how long it consolidated until you hit take profit. So some people already know they start consolidating, gonna lose. I mean, they're not gonna lose, they're gonna close, and then it's gonna be a winner. You got to be able to manage your trade, man. I can't manage it for you. I can't tell you when to just exactly get out. Like, oh, let's get out. Like, come on now. I can't just tell, oh, that's the time to get out. Because what if we would have got out and then we would have won? You feel me? So cutting losses, man, that shit is a skill, bro. Like, you got to do that. You got to practice that first. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to practice that. I'm not going to tell you, oh, let's just start cutting losses because I'm doing that. No, No, that's why I haven't said anything about it, because people keep coming to me, bro, I'm losing winning trades. Stop cutting losses. Hold the TP. Hold to take profit, or if it get close enough to your stop loss, get out. Other than that, don't do it. Literally don't do it. Can you really be profitable off a 1-to-1? Can somebody answer that, bro? Can somebody please answer that, bro? Can you give examples of your zones? Sometimes you will have 1 or 2 candles. Okay, let's try to find a setup. Let's try to find a setup. I know a lot of people like one-to-one risk reward trading is unorthodox. Okay, a lot of people say, you're gonna lose if you trade 1-to-1, but then it's still a debate of people that catches 1-to-10s, 1-to-7s, 1-to-15s. Like they lose 5 trades and then they catch that 1-to-15, cover that. You can be profitable with 1-to-1 trading. You can, but you gotta know your strategy ins and outs. You can't just be trying to take 1-to-1s all the time, but you're not good at the strategy, so you taking losses. No, like I barely lose, and I hate to say it like that, but bro, like I barely be losing like that, because the win rate is going to be high when you catch smaller moves. When you catch a longer move, your win rate may drop, but you can still be profitable. But your RR got to be huge though. Let me try to find this setup. But now I know what you mean by like when I use 2 candles though. When I use 2 candles, it just depends on the situation. Let me try to find one. Because I'm not going to always use 2 candles. It just depends on if they're small, if they're like right next to each other. Other than that, I'm not going to try to use more than 1 candle as far as my high probability setups. I'm trying to find one, but I can't even remember last time I used 2 candles. It's been a minute. I know Nas has some setups this week, bro. Nas has some good setups this week. Man. Like this setup right here, that little buy, that was nice, bro. Let me see. I don't want to waste too much time, bro. I ain't gonna, hold on. Oh no. Okay, stuff like this. Stuff like this. Why would I use both of these zones? That literally makes no sense. If this candle wick wasn't big and if it was extremely small, say if this zone was like this small, something like that, I would probably use 2 zones. Not 2 zones, 2 candles. But since the zone is already big, it's no point for me to do that. So I'm going to use this one. It all depends on the candles that's next to each other. It's not about, I should use the last 2 candles. No, it's all about what is the candles being printed and then how big is that gap? Because we got like a small minor break of structure right here. Like it broke this low right here with that move. But if it come back into that zone, I would not have my zone drawn up like this. That literally makes no sense because the zone is already big. You feel me? Especially when you got a tiny zone. When your zones are like this, try to find one, something like this. Drag this over. So this is obviously a demand setup that worked out perfectly. But you see how small this zone is? Why would I try to do something like this? And that very much, like, some people do that, but that doesn't make sense. Those candles are not like small enough for me to use 2 candles. I'm just going to use this small one right here because this one just makes sense. You feel me? So I'm not going to always just use 2 candles. Like no, it got to be like tiny candles. If 2 candles can make the size of that 1 red candle, then I use it. Other than that, I'm not using 2 candles, bro. I'm not. Getting him out of here. Funny. Does candle patterns matter at the zone? Absolutely. Absolutely. If you see an engulfing at your zone, that look good. Rejections at your zone. We want everything to go away from the zone. We don't want no huge red candles to close into your zone. We don't want that. We do not want that. We really don't even want no candles to close in our zone, period. Because I'm telling you, when y'all back test this weekend, like I want y'all to really do this, like before I get off of this. When y'all back test this weekend, see how many trades win when no candles close into your zone. And you're gonna see how powerful that shit is. I'm telling you, bro. That shit is a big deal when no candles close to your zone. And they wick it and then hold on it and then take the next candle break. Most of the time, those be winners. Like literally look at this trade right here. It didn't close into the zone. you would have took that break. Look at this risk reward right there off that one candle, bro. Like that's like I didn't even about you feel what I'm saying? So when you back test this weekend, pay attention to if no candles closing your zone and how well do they reject from that zone. Feel me? Let me read. Got more questions. How do you caught the NAS setup on Thursday at 8:30? That move was so quick. I got in late. I didn't catch it at the first break. If you're talking about this that trade that happened at 8:30, where is it at? Is this NAS? Oh. Yeah, if you're talking about this trade right here, trust me, bro. I didn't catch the entire move. So let me mark this up right here. And Thursday had so many setups, bro. It was crazy. So that was the break that you were supposed to get in. But the way it shot down, impossible to get top in. It was literally impossible, bro. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh man, I got in like right here. Stop loss still right there. You feel me? And then once it started rejecting, I just closed. Because it was really like impossible for me to catch my one-on-one. I just closed. I'm like, oh, nope. It's impossible. You feel me? That shit was moving way too fast. And what's crazy is this setup right here, this was medium impact news. And it was just like, it was impossible. You had to have a sell stop to catch this move. It was literally impossible. I just scalped it and then got out. I'm like, nope, this shit acting weird. And then literally right after, threw a demand setup and that shit went crazy. So it's just like, if you missed that move, you could have just took this reversal type of demand setup. This is still breaking structure right here. That's why people still got to understand that you still got to understand the market without doing. You feel what I'm saying? So I saw this move. I'm like, damn, this shit look good. A couple people took it in the group, but this makes sense though. We coming from a downtrend. We got to break a structure. Okay, we got to break a structure right there. We broke this high. That made sense, even though EMAs are at the top. The only time I would take a counter trend move is if we get a break of structure. But at the end of the day, that's still a risk too. You're still taking your trade that's counter trend. You know what I'm saying? So this trade right here, that was the real move. The supply setup, you just scalp that and get out, bro. But you're not about to, it was just impossible to take that supply setup. It just moved way too fast, bro. I ain't gonna lie. What made you not take GU structure today? I just answered that, bro. I just answered that. How do you define a bias in your trading plan? I don't have a bias. Don't. That's why I feel like I'm just successful. I don't have a bias. I don't come to the market and be like, oh, we're dropping. Like, yes, I have a bias as far as like the EMAs and market structure, but what if everything just get destroyed by news? CPI love doing that shit. I ain't gonna lie. CPI love just ruining the whole entire day. And then we gotta wait for a setup and then hoping for the best. But there is really no bias at the end of the day, especially since we trade on a 5-minute. Anything can change at any moment. You know what I'm saying? Zoom had a chat update. I don't know. Big up for a change in my whole trading game to the better. Sweden. Appreciate it. Can we see your routine on a higher time frame? Okay, so the routine on a higher time frame, because this is super rare again, because again, you're not going to get higher time frame confluence every single day, but I'm going to try to find a 1 hour setup, and then we're just going to just step by step, like just the steps on what I would do if a higher time frame setup occur, if it occur. So let's see if I can find like a 1 hour and then see if we can make the zone smaller or something like that. I want to look at something that I ain't trading, because I feel like if we look at stuff that we were trading, that's like you cheating yourself. So let's look at something that we just don't look at. Oh yeah, GBP. I think somebody lost on this today on 5 minutes. Somebody recommended me that in the Discord and ended up being a loser. Okay. Ugh, that looked terrible. GBP. Yeah, I don't know how y'all trading this, bro. Okay, let's do GBP CAD. GBP CAD. What have you been doing? Okay, right here. So let's see what happens, bro. What we really want to focus in on is what is going on the 5-minute chart. Okay, we obviously know this is a winner. We know it's a winner, but I want to know what is going on up in here on a 5-minute chart, because stuff like this is going to happen where we wake up New York session, It's a 1 hour demand happening in New York session. What do you do? So we're just going to just replay and see what's going on right here. Like, how can we get into this move on the 5 minute? Let's just see what's going on. How can we get in this move on the 5 minute? Okay, you can make your zone. Well, let me go to the 15-minute chart first. Okay, if you make your zone smaller on the 15-minute chart, okay, it tap into the 15-minute chart. Let's go to the 5 minute. No matter of fact, I'm gonna just do, no, I'm gonna leave it like that. And we have the 5 minute demand zone in that 1 hour right there. Now, again, I always say this, when you try to make your zone smaller as far as your 1 hour to 15 to 5 minute, it's not promised that it's going to tap into your 5 minute or even your 15 minute. Nothing is promised. So in this situation right here, it tapped into the 15-minute demand, but it never tapped into the 5 minute. So what do? We wait until we see another identical setup on the 5 minute. If I'm looking at this, I don't see a setup at all. I don't see a setup at all. They just left. That's low probability setup. I mean, you could take that, but other than that, like this, that's not a setup. Nothing happened. So no trade. So when people be looking for higher time frame influence, what if your setup doesn't occur on your entry time frame? You just missed the move. You gotta live with that. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna always be an identical 5 minute setup right after the 1 hour setup. That's not promised, bro. So in this specific day, you would have just seen this move run and not been a part of it. And you gotta be okay with that. You got to. But let's go to a 1 hour. I want to see one that have an identical setup because that's trash. Okay, let's see what happens right here. Because this is going to happen too. I want to see what happens right here. Now, this is a liquidity grab. This is a liquidity grab on the 1 hour. Obviously, this is a liquidity grab on 1 hour, but I want to see what is this candle doing? Can we find a 5 minute setup happening on this 1 hour liquidity grab? So let's go to the 5 minute and let's see what happens. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We just grabbed liquidity and it shot back up. This had to be news, bro. Ain't no way, bro. They don't even move like that. But I'm showing these examples just to show you that just because you're looking for higher time frame influence, do you need it? You do not need it, bro. You do not need it. You do not need higher time frame influence. And I know a lot of people say we want everything lined up, but what I'm telling you is you don't need it. I'm taking 5 minute subs every single week. But yeah, I'm taking questions though. Like, where are the questions at? Because I get a million questions during the week. I get a million questions. I wake up in the morning, get a million questions when I'm trading. But when it's time for the webinar, no questions. What would make you take a low probability zone? I haven't traded low probability sub in a very long time. I just like the gaps. So I'm kind of I'm rocking with the gaps because that's just been making me a lot of money. Do you take liquidity grab setups? Not really, bro. Listen, I'm telling everybody on here, like everybody that's in the Discord, I'm mainly trading the supply and demand setups that have the gaps. Okay, that's mainly all I'm trading. That's all I'm trading. That's it. I'm not trading nothing else, bro. That's mainly all I'm trading. I see other stuff happen. I'm seeing break and retest setups. I'm seeing liquidity grab setups. I'm seeing the low probability setups hit. I'm seeing some of y'all take some low probability setups and they hit. But me, I'm gonna take the high probability setups with the gaps. Those are just the bread and butter. They just hit the most. Okay, I'm about to unmute you, bro. That's mainly all I'm trading. I'm gonna be honest. That's all I'm trading. That's it. Hello?
What's up, Doyle?
What's going on, bro?
Got a quick psychology question.
Okay.
When you were on your trading journey and you're trying to get out of your job,
Mm-hmm.
I know everyone that wants success, they're very hungry for it, which kind of goes not much with trading because trading is it's just a patience game.
Yeah, it takes time.
They're I want to take setups, I want to take this, I want to take that, but that's not how you kind of achieve success in trading. Like if you take one setup and you win, just leave.
Exactly.
Some people are you know what, I want to take another one because I want to get out of my job right now, but that's kind of hurting your journey.
Facts, bro.
Did you kind of go through, because I felt like in the beginning of my journey, I kind of went through that. And then I just reflected on, okay, why am I losing every week? I was like, okay, I'm taking too many setups. If I win the first setup, just leave the charts, man. Don't keep trading because yeah, you're hungry for it, but you're trading too much and that's affecting you. I don't know.
You ready for me to answer? Because you on point, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Everything you said is on point, bro.
Go right ahead.
To answer that, bro, yes, absolutely, bro. Like, of course, when you ready to get out of your job and you feel like you kind of got trading, like you kind of understand trading, like you're like, okay, I got a strategy that works. Let's just start placing trades. Let's run this bag up. Let's pass challenges. But that can hurt you because you're just so in a rush of getting out your job. You're just rushing the process. I see people in the Discord. I'll be done. I'll take my one trade. I'll take my two trades. It's still people trading at 12 o'clock. It's still people trading at 1 o'clock. I'm like, bro, why are y'all still trading? And I get it though, because people are trying to get out their situation, but it's hurting you because you're just not letting the setups come. You're just waiting. You're just sitting there for hours and hours waiting on the setup. And eventually a setup is going to lose. I think people don't realize that you're going to lose a trade. You're not going to win them all. Like, you're really not. So as you be in the market longer, you have a higher chance of winning. That's why when I win my trade, when I won that trade today on NAS, I'm like, I'm done. People still looking for trades and stuff. People taking trades at 1 o'clock. I'm like, bro, like once you get a larger account, it becomes less stressful. But when you trade smaller accounts, you want to keep trading. Like, no, bro. But honestly, just to really like sum up your question, bro, a lot of people is going to go through that. They're going to bump their head a few times. It's going to happen. No matter how many times I say stop trading 1 or 2 setups, they're going to take 3 or 5. They got to bump their head. They got to lose some money. People ain't felt that pain yet.
I got you. Thank you.
For sure. All right. KZ, let me put bro Alex on.
Yo, what's good, bro?
What's going on, bro?
What's up? Yo, so I was just curious. So you know how they say like 95% of traders fail, right? Or like 98, 99, some shit like that. So you see all these people in your Discord, right? And I think to myself, no way each and every single one of us is gonna succeed in trading. And honestly, like I know I got my shit down packed to a certain point, but there is some self-doubt in myself because I see so many people taking so many good trades, but knowing that like 98, 99% of traders will fail. What do you have like one word of it or some type of advice you could give me to just keep going? Because I know if I keep going, I'll eventually break through. But like I said, like there's some self-doubt that it's like, what if I'm a part of the 98% that fail?
Okay. That's a good question, bro. First things first, bro. 98% of people fail in trading. We clearly know that because it's just hard. But how many people are trading? You feel what I'm saying? We don't know. We don't know. It could be people in Dubai, Egypt, Africa. We don't know who's trading. So that number it sounds crazy, but how many people is actually trading? Okay, so honestly, bro, you gotta stay positive, bro. Like trading is difficult. We understand that. Like this shit is like stressful. It's kind of average person just can't trade, can't risk money every single day and be okay with it. Like you got to be some type of like crazy person to be trading at this point because this shit is hard. But honestly, bro, you just gotta not be negative. Like not try to put that doubt onto yourself because yes, that number is high as hell. Like yes, I know a lot of people that have been quit trading, came back, tried a little bit, quit again. But bro, you just can't just put that negative belief inside of you because I mean, of course, I felt that. Like I felt like, man, I don't know if I can do this shit. But I'm like, bro, I don't have nothing else. I'm about to make this shit work. It gotta be a trick to this shit. It gotta be some type of back door I can go into so I can be in the successful 5% of traders that's successful. So honestly, bro, just stay positive, bro, and just see like over time you're going to grow. Nothing is guaranteed. But at the end of the day, bro, you don't want to just have that self-doubt while you trying to learn and grow because it's not going to make you want to just keep going. If you already got that doubt and you just watching the webinars, you play some trades, winning, but you scared like, bro, what if I'm not gonna make it? Like you shouldn't even have that thought, bro. Like you shouldn't even think like that. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, change your mindset, bro, as far as like the negative, like not negativity, but just the self-doubt of 95% of traders. You feel me?
Yeah, but you know what too? Because like I'm hearing everything you're saying, but like I know your situation where you came from. Like I understand that, wholeheartedly, but like I'm in a situation where it's kind of like I'm not in the same like financial situation as you are, but it's like I'm 19 years old, I'm in college, I'm playing baseball, but like real talk, I'm trying to get like the fuck out of my house, man. Like I can't do this shit. Like, I'm trying to be on going, bro.
Feel you,
So
bro.
it's like
Feel
it's
you.
like I don't want to rush the process, but like, I'm trying to get it going a little bit. You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah, bro. I feel you, bro. Like you still young, bro. And it sounds crazy for me to say that 'cause I'm still young. But at the end of the day, bro, like you gotta let the process just let the journey unfold, bro. You know what I'm saying? You only 19. Like you feel me? Like
Yeah.
just let it happen, bro. You're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna lose money. Just let the journey unfold. You're gonna know what to do as you go on along with your journey. You know what I'm saying? Like at the beginning of my journey, I didn't know everything. I don't know everything, but I make mistakes, learn from it, keep growing. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, you young, bro, but just don't be too hard on yourself because there's people that's doing way worse than you. Trust me, bro. Doing people way worse than you. You may hate your situation, but it's not that bad, bro. I'm
No,
telling you, like I'm trying to tell you, it's not that bad. It can get
uh,
worse, bro.
no, I hear you, bro, and I'm grateful for everything I got. Like I can trade in the mornings. I don't have to worry about working a 9 to 5. Like I think I'm truly blessed for that. At this point, it's just about grinding, keeping my head down. Not fucking around on Friday and Saturday nights. Like obviously, it's good to have balance. Like you always talk about making sacrifices, but I think some people take that too literally, and they lock themselves in their crib the entire night and lose their fucking life and then lose their mind, and then in the end they're not successful at trading because they're not even living life. They're just looking at the computer the entire day.
No, facts, bro. Facts, bro. You gotta have some balance, bro. But
Mhm.
that's the only question you had, though.
Yeah, honestly, bro, I'm good. Everything else, other webinars, other shit like that. So I'm good, bro. Thank you for your time, Doyle.
Yes, sir. Bro, young, bro, but he getting to it, bro. Do you journal your trades? I used to, but I don't anymore. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. After a while, once you keep sticking to the same strategy, it's no point to journal your trade. You understand what works and what don't work. I'm just be real. I don't really journal my trades like that no more. I literally post them in the Discord. You can just see them, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's get somebody else on here. Yeah, bro, you can't have no self-doubt, man. You can't be because you see everybody else fail. I made that whole video when I was standing outside on my balcony. I had like the little, like the Pharrell shirt, the button up. I used to have those doubts, bro, but it's just like, bro, I'm not about to be like them, bro. I'm not about to fail. That's just my mindset. I always feel like I'm a win, bro. Like I always feel like that. I'm a sore loser. I hate losing. I used to play sports, bro. So like I'm competitive. Like I'm not about to fail. That's just my mindset. I'm gonna win. But who is this? Hello?
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's going on, bro?
Not much. So basically going off what you just said about like you don't like to lose. So like, is there any advice you would give for like me? It's kind of hard for me to accept the fact that I know like losing is a part of the game and I know I'm gonna have losses, but like in my mind, like my psychology, it's like hard for me to accept like losses and like accept that I'm not gonna get a setup every day, accept that I'm not gonna make money every day. So like what would you like say as far as like tackling that prospect of like
Okay.
accepting?
Okay, so first things first, do not treat Forex like a 9 to 5. Please don't do it. You put more hours in, that don't guarantee that you're gonna make money more. You're not gonna make no more money if you put more hours in. You feel like this game, like the game of Forex, bro. The game of Forex is not a job. It's not a job. It's a waiting game and a probability game. All we doing is waiting. We get into a trade, we waiting. We don't know the outcome of anything. We trade what has happened in the past. That's it. That's it. What has been working in the past, we use for the present, we use for the future. That's it, bro. Like trading is really, it's like the unknown, but we know what's about to happen at the same time. But at the same time, we don't. Like I know that sounds kind of crazy, but we really don't know what's going to happen. We just go off of what has happened in the past. So when you do lose, don't be defeated. I'm going to lose. Like even me, I'm going to lose. People just be thinking I'm just like the craziest trader, the best trader, but I'll be trying to make it. I'll be trying to prove a point on my YouTube channel that I'm just like you, bro. I'm literally just like you. I'll probably say I'm really disciplined and I accept the reality of trading that you're just not going to win every single week. You're not going to win every single trade. I accept that. I'm like, okay, like this is like, how can I say this? It's more of, I don't want to say trading is gambling because we have a choice whether we want to take a trade or not. We have a choice whether we want to risk high or risk less. It's more of a, like we train like off of repeated patterns, but it's still a numbers game. So we we keep using the same setup, and then at the end of the month, let's see what's the ROI type shit. But you still got to be disciplined at the end of the day. Like you still have to follow your rules, and so you can get some accurate data. If you break your rules, you don't really know how well a strategy is because you're not using it to its highest potential. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, honestly, like you got to be okay with losing losses. I mean, taking losses. Period. This is forex. This is trading. And you take losses in the stock market, options, cryptocurrency. If people trade crypto, bro, it don't matter. Whatever commodity that you're trading, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're going to lose. This is part of investing and just what's it called? Like this is like a high risk game. I just want to say that like people got to understand that trading is a high risk game. You're going to lose money regardless, bro. Period. Can you unmute me, Jonathan? But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say, bro. Like, bro, you got to understand that losses is going to happen. Jonathan Taylor. Okay, okay. I'm about to unmute you, bro. I see today turned into a psychology day. Nobody wanted nothing on the charts or nothing. Saying, bro.
What's good, bro?
What's going on with you?
Hey, I know it has turned into a psychology day, but I wanted to say something real quick, just something real quick for everybody to understand that like the steps to success is very simple. Like everybody knows the steps to success is very simple. Like it's discipline, be consistent, and it's as simple as 1, 2, 3, but it's just the process is what's hard. And I know, like, I see that you're like, you be like, I may be sounding confusing, but it's really like, this is the step. It's step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And then it's just the process of it. Does that make sense? Like,
Just
does
to
that
get through.
yeah,
I
like
think I
just
get what you're
getting through
saying.
it. Like it's easy as 1, 2, 3, but it's like just getting through it is what makes it hard. As long as you're just getting through it, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's easy.
Okay,
I think I get what you're saying. It's a 1, 2, 3, but getting through 2 is hard.
right. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just getting through 2 is hard. I get what you're saying, bro. I hope everybody understands what you're saying. It's simple, but it's difficult at the same time. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. That's all I wanted to say. I just want to say, stick through it because I'm really just 6 months into it. I was in IML at 17. I'm 21 now. And
hold on. Whoa. Whoa, you was in IML for 4 years, bro.
No. I got into it at 17. I wasn't in it for 4. I was in it for like 4 months.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, bro, they got
Hell
you.
no.
Yeah,
nah. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to say, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right. I don't know where you at. Mute you. Okay. All right. So, yeah, man. Okay. So obviously this turned into a psychology day, which I didn't plan on for this to be a psychology day. But anybody got any questions as far as the charts? You know what I'm saying? Anybody got a question as far as the charts? Do you treat the 4-hour supply and demand and the 1-hour supply and demand? I saw that in your webinar. You mentioned the 4-hour. Okay, so the 4-hour, I don't really pay too much attention to the 4-hour. Okay, I don't. I really don't. Let me take these off. I don't. So say, okay, hopefully I can go in a 5-minute. So y'all see that this is obviously a 4-hour demand. So I'm gonna draw my 4-hour demand like this. If I see this, because this is not gonna happen at all. I promise you, you're not gonna get a 4-hour, 1 hour, 5-minute, 15-minute lineup. But let's just see what happens right here. I'm gonna turn this on. What is this? Okay. And let's just see if we can scale this zone down to the 1 hour. This is a 4-hour demand zone. This is super, super rare. You're not gonna see this. Okay, so right here, what do we have? This is the 4-hour demand zone. I'm gonna put a line right here. And we're gonna type in 1 hour. I'm gonna type in 1 hour. Okay, leave it at that. We're gonna go to the 15-minute. What do the 15-minute look like? You go to the 15-minute. That got tapped into. You can't really do anything right there. Let me see. Zoom in. Can't do nothing right there. That got tapped into with that wick. Okay, so the 15-minute, you can't do nothing with the 15-minute. Okay, this is the 4-hour demand. Let's go to the 5-minute. What can we do on a 5-minute? Go into the demand zone. That got tapped into, can't use it. What about this one? That one did get tapped into. That's the lowest one in the demand that didn't get tapped into. Right there. Okay. Now, do people understand why did I just do that? If you don't understand gaps, you do not know why I put a line right there. Okay. This one right here got tapped into with that candle. Okay, let me zoom in. I won't use this one because when they came back into that zone. I'm not using that one. Okay. This one right here, that is a gap, but that's not the lowest one. Okay. Because we in a demand zone, so we want the lowest one. Okay. So let's see where did this line up at? As you can see, it stopped at the 5-minute one, but this is a 4-hour demand. So it's a numerous of ways you can trade this. It's numerous of ways you can trade this. You can, let me go back to the 4-hour. Go back to the 4-hour. Now look at the lines because this is still the 5-minute. I'm gonna mark it up. It's a 5-minute. So that bottom line is the 5-minute. That top line is the 1 hour, and this is still a 4-hour demand. So how do you want to take this? You can do it many ways. You can literally do it many ways. 1 hour entry, you could do 1 hour entry, but who really about to swing this? I know I'm not about to swing this, but I'm just saying for people that want to trade 4-hour, 1 hour setups, if you want to do into swing trading, you could take the 1 hour break, set it, and then just go about your day. This is for people that's at their job. You can literally trade the 4-hour, but this is not going to happen every single day. I promise you, you're not going to see this. But okay, so let's go to the 15-minute. The 15-minute, you can either wait for another setup to happen on the 15-minute. If I'm looking at this, let me see if they gave a setup on the 15-minute. Not really. This one right there, that zone got no 15-minute setup. So this is what I would have did. If I see that I can make my zone smaller, I would have did this. I would have scaled it all the way down to that 5-minute demand zone, but I'm still keeping the swing low of the 4-hour, okay? I'm still keeping the swing low on the 4-hour. I just want to say that I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this at all. I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. Even though they held, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep the swing low of the 4-hour and see if I can take the counter break on a 5-minute or wait until I see another 5-minute setup. Either way it go, you can, since this is still the 5-minute setup, you can take the counter break on a 5-minute or wait for an identical setup to occur. That's all you can do. That's literally all you can do. Obviously, the 5-minute counter break won, but if I'm looking at this, let me see. Can you make another setup right there? No, they didn't. No setup. So literally, your only opportunity was to take the 5-minute counter break. So I want people to understand, just because it's a 4-hour, 1 hour lining up, the 5-minute may not have another 5-minute setup occur. So you may have to take that 5-minute counter break. But at the end of the day, bro, like, do you need higher time frame influence? No, you do not. Okay, you just don't. But if you want to catch these big, huge wins like this, because this is crazy. Like, this is like a crazy trade. Like, this is a past challenge, get you funded. Like, this is like a 100K type of trade right here. But other than that, man, like, I'm not going to overcomplicate this. This is a 4-hour demand, scale down the zone, take the counter break on a 5-minute. That's the deepest point into the demand right there, because none of these have gaps. So you could have took this counter break right there. You could have took that. Do you recommend entering on the 5-minute counter break on 1 hour? Yeah, you can if you can scale down the zone, just like how I scaled down the zone right here. If you got a 1 hour demand zone and you can scale down to the 5-minute, scale that zone down. Yeah, you could take the 5-minute counter break, or you can wait on another identical setup. It just really depends. And I bet you the EMAs don't make sense. See, this is where people get scared to take setups like this, because like you got the EMAs at the top, but you got to understand we're on a different time frame. The EMAs don't matter if this is a different time frame setup. So it really don't matter. Really don't matter. Okay. Can I get on mute? Okay, I'll unmute you. We can go over a little bit, bro, because we just talked about psychology. Like, even though psychology is a big deal, bro, but it's just like, you just gotta be on charge, bro. Feel me?
Hi, bro.
What's going on?
Good. Yeah, I'm from France, you know, and
You say you from France?
yeah, France.
Okay.
And firstly, I want to thank you about the strategy and everything, because I do I do trading about like 4 years and SMC about 1 year. And this is the first time I've been profitable on backtesting. Like I've been backtesting on FX Replay. I don't know if you know it. And I do like maybe 10% monthly.
Okay.
I done like 6 months backtesting. So that's very nice. And I have just a little question about supply and demand. So my question is, because I have backtesting it and I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. So the question is, when is a demand, do you only take demand with like a sell and a buy? You know what I'm saying? Like a bearish candle and a bullish. And on the supply, vice versa, you know, like bullish and then bearish. You know what I'm saying or no?
Okay. Not trying to
Like,
laugh, bro. No, I'm
sorry,
trying
man.
to understand your question.
My English is very bad. I'm sorry, bro. So
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. What I think you're saying is like, is it the last bearish candle, the last bullish candle? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, because I have like in 5 minutes, you don't have the same on the and on the 15 minutes, you know. So
No, it's not always the last bearish and bullish candle, because sometimes we take the supply and demand setups in the middle, which means it's not, we're not at the very bottom or the very last candle at the bottom of the swing. Sometimes we could be in the middle of price. Like it could be gaps below and above. That's not the last candle. So no, it's not the very last candle.
so it's not important to have like when you have a demand to have a bearish candle to take the gaps, right?
Yeah. At the end of the day, you just gotta understand the gap. Understand the gap. Don't try to like, I'm taking the last bearish on the last bullish candle at the very top. Like you don't have to do that because
No. I know the gap a lot. Just the fact is that sometimes we have the gaps is perfectly, but we don't have like the like a bearish candle when is a demand. You know what I'm saying or not?
okay, just DM me in a Discord and show me an example, bro. Just screenshot a setup and just DM me in a Discord so I can see what you're talking about. 'Cause I'm not really understanding what you're saying for real. So just send me a chart, bro, after this.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
All right. Okay. So any last questions, bro? Any last questions? I just want to answer one more question. Yeah, we talked a lot about psychology, which I wasn't planning on talking about, but we did anyway. What do you do if your supply and demand zone is too big? Either don't take it or take it. We have no control over how big the zone is going to be. It all depends on what candles are being printed. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we really just don't know. Like let me go to a setup. Let me go to a setup. Okay. Like this one right here. This zone is small, but then this one was big. We literally have no control over how big the zone is going to be. It all depends on the candle. You know what I'm saying? So, feel me? Like if it's too big and you don't like it, don't take it. It's okay to not take setups. I'll be seeing people in the group, oh, I don't like that. I'm not taking that. That's cool. That's perfectly cool. You don't have to take every single setup just because it's there and you woke up. People be hitting me up. Oh, you missing out trade. It's an AU trade happened. I'm literally waking up, walking to the desk. I'm like, bro, I'm not about to be in a rush to take a trade because you see a setup. No, like I'm waiting on when I feel right. If I don't feel good, I'm not in the chat like that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just not saying too much. I'm just chilling, waiting on my setup. Like you still gotta take your time when you wake up and trade. Don't just, oh my God, this is trade happened. Let me run to the desk. Like, let me just hurry up. Bro, no, you do not have. And I think that happened today. People was in a rush to trade. I'm like, bro, just calm down, bro. Like you don't need to be in a rush to take a trade. It's not that serious. Does the size of the gap matter in demand? No, it just need a gap right in front of it. That's it. Would you consider the supply made at London open on GU you got right open? This right here. I mean, just the structure, man. That man, the structure just don't look good, man. Because when I zoom out, we going up and down. Like this just doesn't look good to me, bro. That's why I really didn't like GU like that. I'm like, bro, I don't like this at all. I really just didn't like this at all, bro. That's why I didn't trade GU this week. It was just GJ and Nas all week. Literally, that was it. GJ and Nas, you're just throwing setups. We all know why you use 200. What is the purpose of the 50 estimate? So the 13 EMA, it just, me personally, I feel like when the price is above or below it, you just in momentum. You feel what I'm saying? So the 13 EMA is just more of like a momentum just to see how strong the trend is. Same thing as far as the 50 SMA. If we bouncing like right here, this is like a beautiful setup. This is like afternoon GU setup. Okay, we bouncing off of the 50 SMA. It's lining up perfectly. We got to break a structure. We broke this high right here. We broke this high right there, and it came back to that zone. And in my mind and off of experience, I see how strong the trend is. Now, say if it was like a demand setup right here. Like say hypothetically, this was a demand setup, high probability. You see how we are already above it. We're not like pulling all the way down. If this red line was a 13 EMA, I feel like this is a strong trend. That's all I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying? So since we came back to the 50, this trend is pretty strong. But if we came back to 200, this could be a reversal. But at the end of the day, EMAs don't matter though. They really don't matter, bro. So I just use them just to see if I'm correct with the trend. Other than that, they're not really that big of a deal. Market structure is always, that's just going to be the most important. That's the most important. Doyle, are you taking the break of the high or the low, or the break of the close? The break of the high of the candle, as far as demand, the break of the low of the candle, as far as supply. All right, man. I guess I'm about to get off of this, man. I feel like we just asking the same stuff, man. I just feel like you just need to watch the webinars, bro. So next week, let's see what next week talking about. What is next week talking about? No news on Monday. We got news on Tuesday, 9:45. Wednesday, oh, y'all got Wednesday, especially on AU. Y'all got it. And Thursday, we got news at 8:30. Friday, we got news at 8:30. Y'all got to understand, bro. Trading New York session, there's going to be a lot of news. That's part of trading New York session. New York session is known for manipulation and news. That's what New York session is for. People say New York session is way harder than London session. I beg to differ. I feel like New York session have probably one of the cleanest setups, especially on indices, So you just gotta be okay when you trade New York session. Understand there's always gonna be news. You're not gonna have a whole week of no news. And sometimes news help the market. It's gotta be real. Like news most of the time help the market because sometimes the price be consolidating. 8:30 news come. Now we got a trend. We got to pull back right after news. Boom, we take the setup. We win. So don't be afraid just because you see a bunch of news right here. It is what it is. Yeah. Other than that, man. Like other than that, next week Tuesday, homework of course. Webinar Friday, next Friday. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna make a separate channel as far as the meet and greet. I know people keep asking me when we do meet and greet. I'm about to make a separate channel in the Discord so people understand like updates and stuff as far as people when I want to come out here and meet up in person. But other than that, man, like I want people to understand. I know some people clicked off, but once you watch the recording, you'll get it. Every single week is the same thing. So when you show up to the webinar, come with questions, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And if your question don't get answered, just DM me. I'll try to get to everybody. Instagram, I can't get to you. It's literally impossible. It's too many people. But the Discord, that's why I made it so people can get their questions answered. But yeah, it's the same stuff, bro. Like it's the same stuff. If you're taking a challenge, keep going on your challenge, bro. If you fail the challenge, don't get discouraged. People in here don't pass all their challenges. Like you're gonna fail it, but eventually you're gonna pass it. And after that, you need a payout after that. That's really it. But I'm gonna be taking this up next week. This is the setup that I'm gonna be taking every single week. It's not nothing different. It's all about getting better, seeing the setup and being confident in the trade and then upping your lot sizes over time or getting funded over time. That's it, man. That's it. This stuff is the same thing every single time. And I know I keep saying on every single webinar, but it's true, bro. We doing the same thing. It's nothing new. But that's all I got on this webinar, bro. Should I save this webinar? Should I save it or should I just like not save it? Because I feel like we didn't talk about anything. Did we talk about anything? I feel like I shouldn't even save it. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I shouldn't have said it because we just didn't talk about anything. Feel me? Okay, people want me to save it. Save it. Okay, I guess I'll save it. But yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, we're gonna see next week. I don't think I'm gonna say next week, bro. If we just keep talking about same stuff, I'm just not gonna save it. People gotta show up. People gotta show up. YouTube, why would I do that? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna save it. All right, man. Y'all have a good weekend, bro. Put some work in. I know I am. Not tonight, though. Not tonight. But tomorrow, I'm gonna put a little work in. And I gotta do sessions tomorrow. One-on-one sessions. But yeah, man, let's have a good weekend. Put some work in. Don't overly kill yourself. Feel me? It's still like bro said, the little 19-year-old dude, balance. It's not about just grinding on charts all day and trying to get better, bro. You gotta let this time over time is gonna manifest, bro. But you can't just, I'm gonna just stay here. I'm not going out, I'm not talking about it. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna get miserable, I promise you. But yeah, y'all have a good weekend, bro. I'm out of here, man.